Hi friends, this is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me again for a Not For broadcast. This is episode 3. It's early access, so this should be the last of the available episodes to us. Even so, poke the Totoro, and let's actually just jump straight into it because we're going to have to go through a lot today. So, let's go. Day 15, a late night. You get to the theater slightly early, and Sam's already there waiting, dressed to the nines. Ooh! You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private box. Certainly you could get used to this. I was about to say, how'd you get this? Tickets arrived on your doormat on Monday. Typed thank you from Chris. You'll get your passport back soon enough, apparently. The show isn't to your usual taste. Pretentious opera in a language you know for a fact that Chris doesn't speak either. Still, the complimentary drinks sure go down smooth. It's great. And the show finally ends. How many bows do these people need? You stand in line to get your coats, and Sam has you in creases with a hilarious impression of the conductor, arms flailing wildly. Wacky arm salesman. The couple in front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bills. It sounds awful. Sam smiles gratefully at you as you both think of Crisp, safe and sound. When you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home, and there's a note on the kitchen table in his almost illegible scrawl. It says he's at a friend's house. It's a school night, so you go over there and march him home. You trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. He's 14. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, so my growing up in the South was not what normal people apparently do. Can you trust a 14-year-old to be able to get home safe? I would, but it's fictional. It's one night. He's got to start taking responsibility for his decisions sometimes. What's the worst that could happen? That's never what you say. Never say that. Oh dear. Your family answering machine crackles into life. Who could be calling while you and your spouse were at work? Good afternoon, this is a message for the Winston family. It's Miss South calling regarding your son, Charles. The tinny old woman goes on. I'm sure there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he wasn't in school today, and we hadn't heard from you that he would be absent. I'd like to remind you, we do require all absences to be authorized in advance, or in exceptional circumstances for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Please see to it that it doesn't happen again. Thank you, goodbye. Someone has some explaining to do. 42! Gentle reminder. I was about to say 42. Answer the life, the universe, and everything. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated post. With the wording, it makes me think Australia. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until the flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal Advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, this is a second reminder letter regarding the Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Please submit your passports to your nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register for the scheme. You cannot receive your share of the national rebate without submitting these documents. You know there would be consequences, but that doesn't make it any easier. We work as a team and will be rewarded as a team. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. These guys. Chris is safe. That's all that matters, you hope. You hope. A tight Christmas. Oh. You cannot help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker. Must be like fireworks? while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. No, it has to be inside. What? What the heck is pulling a cracker? I'll look it up later. Okay, just look this up. Apparently, it's from the UK, and it's called Christmas crackers. Families sit around a dining table, enjoying a traditional lunch of roast turkey. Okay. And they pull this thingy here, cardboard paper tube wrapped in brightly colored paper and twisted at both ends. You pull, and apparently it reacts upon friction, and the cracker makes a big bang. So it is basically like a firecracker, but instead of actual fire, it's just making noise. You pull on both ends and it pops, which also tells us that this is probably either Britain or Australia. And with that, I'll let you get back to your regularly scheduled game. You'd always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of a table now. Your dad's place. Okay. Across from you is Chris's empty seat. Probably on a tropical beach somewhere, you think. You catch Sam's eye, who breaks into a smile, clearly thinking of the same thing. Even though without Chris, the food has had to be stretched a little thinner this year, but no one seems to notice. Christmas really can be a wonderful time of year. You look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You stay silent, you make a toast. Make a toast! Sam raises your glass. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm glad we're all here. Well, most of us. Murmurs of cheers. Your daughter, Susie. Oh, you have a daughter, too? You've only been talking about your son. Seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You raise a questioning eyebrow. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. You know, me and my friends are planning to go traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. You laugh. Don't be mean and frown at her. Laugh. I knew it. I'm a mind reader, you chuckle. As your 19-year-old rolls her eyes. You wish you could say yes without worrying, but now that your mother's had to move in, things are not quite as simple. Just how much are we talking here? A few hundred, she mumbles as she pushes a stray pea around her plate. It takes a great effort for you to not spit your mulled wine across the table onto your elderly grandmother. Well, your elderly mother. I know it's a lot, darling, but trains are expensive. It's a great opportunity for her, and I did already say she could go. You're right. We'll make it work somehow. Yeah, just make it work. She's 19. Yeah, the whole, time from about 18 till you're about 25. That whole time frame when you're in college and then fresh out of college is, a great time to actually travel, especially with friends. Susie's grin stretches from ear to ear. You mean it. That's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mood soars as Sam puts a paper hat on your head. Ha-ha! And Charlie takes pleasure in reading everyone's god-awful cracker jokes. What the heck is a cracker jokes? What? The room is filled with voices and laughter. You look around at your grinning family. Your mother whispers, "Your father would be so pleased." You dab your eye with your napkin. You feel very lucky. Happy holidays, achievement. Awesome. We missed 69. It would have been so perfect. 72. A long weekend. Why does the zip on this case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for a weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together, where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a little bit of romance and some peace and quiet. So Zip finally gives up the battle, and you drag the bulging suitcase downstairs. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the raising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the nightly news team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you gonna tell Sam? Sorry, honey, work? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement, kissing you, then grabs the card games from the dish and starts to load your bags into the back. Ooh, you lose your job if you ignore the message. You lose your job. You can't just not do your job. Okay, so it's a good opportunity to talk about something that's actually really great that we kind of adopted from my fiance's family. Is the concept of urgent versus important. You know, your spouse is very important. However, they will understand and they are not urgent. Urgent might take the precedence of what you need to do immediately. That does not make it important. And so it's basically figuring out, is it something urgent or is it something important? And how do you balance that? And then I would apologize. You sigh heavily. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. I get it. Your family has always been your priority, but sometimes the work has to come first. You should go. Sam pulls you close and holds you tight. A wave of gratitude washes over you. You unpack and disappointed silence. You know what you could do? Was that the sound of the zipper? You know what you could do? Is, just do, like, a pillow fort and have, like, a romantic pillow fort evening all weekend. That'd be great. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forwards together. Doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Oh god. Grabs the flyer from, Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after, so you won't have to do a thing. Oh no. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I was gonna say no. Shoot. Oh well. Our son's now part of the, advance. Heartwarming to see him so passionate about something, taking part in the community. Yeah. That's not, sometimes it's not a good thing to let them join a cult, but I misclicked, so our son might be joining a cult. Free ticket. Oh, sheesh, there's so much reading. Oh man, it's like 15 minutes of reading. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Ellen James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. See a character and it'll be hilarious. Yeah, I don't think so. The guy's in that job. The guy's in that job. I'm sorry, but I can't just sit through this crap anymore. Burst into fits of laughter. Thank God, I was worried you were gonna say yes. So I stay in and eat pizza. Good. Nah, he isn't. Middle of the road. Oh, because I let the son go to advance. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is usual rubbish, but a letter with some increasing familiarity, the advanced logo, and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front. Ugh. This letter is to inform you that the advanced government has taken another step toward in our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You'll remember this being in the manifesto. Every household will become a partner in 2 of 4 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance financial security. All returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. What? That's not how that should work. Please select one of the following. Eye of the Beholder Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all of our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure. From sport to travel to even your you time. You cannot say pleasure without leisure. Yeah, you can actually. It's close, but it's not. No. Remington's Fitz Pick. Plick? We're everywhere in everything. A worldwide company for a worldwide community. What? Okay. A partner in 2 of 4. Fine. You know what? I'm gonna go with Pleasure Corp. From your second bond, please select one of the following. I'm gonna go Neil's Deals. Yeah. Get a variety in there. Return this form using the envelope. A report of your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. Seems even advance can defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Just how much influence could you have? Yeah, that's a great question. That was just that there 100 days? Dang. 153. Check your prostate. Toady Pip.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
Yeah, well,
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4,
Oh,
3.
here we go.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month
Dante's
now,
taint.
Doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both
Oh.
options are still on the table,
Oh.
support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Table for 2. Johnny Hansleaves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster
this
since
one.
they started dating late last year. And this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married
Grizzlenuts?
his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year
Tina
in
Tiny
a
Hands.
wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this one celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr.Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today. though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
When only a Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
The
With that
humble Flard.
exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sportboard final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Nice. Oh, shoot. Ah! So there's interference. I am bad at interference. Okay. Interference done.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the
Christmas
last 3
bloodbath.
months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully,
Ooh.
he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
Oh,
In
that
the
was
future,
totally me.
We will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock
Oh.
and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. It wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets them to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
Oh dear.
So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
It smelled like
yes,
love.
that'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99.
Oh.
And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes,
Wow.
I took him in at night. It glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of
Oh,
the
that's
other children
terrifying.
calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
And laughed
Sounds
as he
very
burned.
traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite
you?
enough of
Timmy?
you two
Timmy?
coming in here with your camera, trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can
No,
call
you've had your
normal
questions.
again?
And now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes. Calm down, you're excited.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough.
Whoa. Real. Oh, okay. So I have to stay on that.
Back to you.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by
I was hoping
Sophia
you'd step
Remington
in
the
earlier,
coming
but
days and
obviously
months
it's
ahead.
awkward.
How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
What?
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks on new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sportboard finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Ooh, made it. Okay. That's really hard.
She's very good.
Who?
Megan.
Yes, she is.
Megan's good.
She's back, Jeremy. Women are coming.
Women are
I'm
coming.
worried about this water dripping into my head.
Okay, yeah, no. That's fine.
Alex, Bolton, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the Sportboard final by waving some fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news.
Okay.
Out.
Also, there's rain and stuff outside? That's really cool. I was hearing some thunder and I was wondering. That's neat. Okay, so watch out for the naked fannies. This is gonna be great on YouTube. What in the world is all this collection of screws anyway?
That's what it says.
Here we go.
I understand, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
I just
10
got the
seconds.
trip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sportsboard. Patrick?
That's right, Megan.
Here we
You
go.
join me live here from the final of the first annual Sportsboard Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, is Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
Oh, this is great.
Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Get it.
Using his arm
What?
to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shot number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is
Nice.
not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. We're into round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great.
Women's bodies.
So back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Lady striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever.
Mm-hmm.
Harris. And was that the fetid thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket.
I love this.
I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course. I've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and several subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington's Fist.
Halftime show. I'm into it.
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see.
Yep.
And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dancing to be there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket is
Trying to avoid. This is rough.
The bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
So they do the halftime show.
On both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Okay.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. What's going on now? Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here.
Mm-hmm.
God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies?
What?
Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to striker.
Striker.
And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but, of course, perhaps...
What?
And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles.
Whoa, snap.
Here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
What the heck? I love
Absolute
this.
contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, there's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Yes, yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, jog on! So An absolute bloody...
Woohoo!
Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it?
Mime round.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernaut of the sport.
Yes, get it.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on, from Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it, like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef.
Mm-hmm.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a perfect...
Oh.
There we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official. In, please.
And the winner
Yes.
of the first annual Sportsboard Championship is...
Yes.
Everyone!
Okay, the ref has agreed.
That's great.
A win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sportsboard Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me.
Oh, shoot!
To collect their medals, they're 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sportsboard Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I know
Wow.
Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
That's fascinating.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sportsboard, Joe.
I
Whoa.
didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back,
Oh.
I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
Oh, I see.
That's coming up after these messages.
Oh, I see now.
1 minute back. Fucking microphone shot me.
What?
Ooh.
Fucking microphone just shot me.
Yeah.
Where's that sound guy?
Oh. I see.
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune
I
to
see.
cheap
So the
stuff.
shocks.
I'm wearing you down.
So the shocks if you hit it.
Again, just heard from the chaps in maintenance that the storm is causing the odd power surge.
There we go.
Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
So sorry about all these buckets. We
Got it.
seem to have sprung a leak.
So don't touch anything that's on. Oh, that's electric right now. Oh, we're talking to Advance.
It's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got.
Why is there a bucket in screen?
Am I here?
Here with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet. Is your seat done?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
She's a cow.
5,
Oh.
4, 3.
Oh.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome
Ooh.
to the National Nightly News.
That makes it hard.
Services.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say,
As my own mum.
there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach
Oh,
them,
the censor
find
button.
out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
But we're here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
Oh, snap.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
Pet?
sorry, it's camera full like that.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later.
Oh, that's hard.
He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge.
Oh, God.
He wouldn't even wait till half time.
Shush.
Sounds...
It was awful. It was awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing out.
Oh,
at night,
goodness.
She wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
Oh, don't touch it.
Transition centres will handle everything for the last days. Financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course.
This is hard.
They don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline into an
This microphone package just given me an electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes. Sorry. My apologies.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Jesus, a raw shell face, fucker! That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
The older generation...
Yeah, I can't get that one.
...might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... Oh, fuck my grandmother with a rusty twat!
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
For fuck's sake!
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Oh, this is rough.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Yes, that's all we have time for tonight.
Ouch.
Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations
This is
to
terrifying.
all the winners at the Sportboard final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time.
Don't hit C. I need
My
C.
name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
I hit it early, but whatever.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Oh. I was having a harsh time there.
Just...
The same, sir.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's
about
fine,
to
actually,
say,
it's
didn't
a
I die?
transition, then it's not the link.
Good evening. You know who we are. You've seen our symbols on your walls. We are the Resistance, and it's time you knew the truth.
What do you mean I can't say that?
Advance is lying to you.
How can we help you if we don't know who you are?
More than all of this, he was my laughter, my confidant, my friend.
The elderly are not a burden.
So, Mum's made the decision to unburden us, and now we have the chance to start a family.
The membership card is an ID card, no matter what they tell you.
We are getting reports of, oh God, millions of deaths across the continent.
Doesn't your family deserve a nutritious life?
Understand this. There is something wrong with the food.
No more! I've had enough of this shit!
We are not afraid.
Hi, I'm Dan Carey. I'm Andy. Lame.
I'm Jay.
Really old. And I'm Alex.
Unbelievable twat.
Thank you so much for playing our game in early access. It's only through your amazing support that we can tell the awesome story that we have. If you've enjoyed it,
And we really hope you have.
then please tell people about it.
Or maybe leave us a review on our Steam page, or come and talk to us in the discussions.
It really does help, and we do read everything obsessively sometimes. Thank you so much again for playing, and we'll see you in episode 2!
Oh, that's delightful. As I said, check it out. I've got links to their Steam page and, straight to the developers down below. Definitely just check it out. Obviously, they made a really awesome game. That was intense at the end there. It just draws you in. And I love how they set that up. Like, that's so interesting how every single path you chose had consequences to it. How in depth each of those different camera angles are, in that they have to actually film those. That's awesome how they've set this up. I can't wait to play more. And, with that, please, as I said, tell people about it, spread the word, go down to their Steam page that's in the description down below, message back and forth. It's really good, and I really hope you play it yourself. Share this so people get to see it, and then, get to play it themselves as well. It's really cool. With that, though, that's the end of Not For Broadcasts for now, and only for now, because for sure I'm playing this again. Hit that subscribe button, and then, you and I are more connected, and, you can see other things that I've done, if you're interested in things like Not For Broadcasts. I'm definitely coming up with some other cool games that are within the same type of vein. You can see all of my different games on my homepage and on my channel page. Like the video so that way others see it and the robots treat me nice, and ring the bell so you get notified when I upload next. And with that, I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye!